Here you're sharing again some of my personal stories, humble adventures, learning music. For instance, the way I started learning Maqam music started in the Arab countries, in Egypt in particular. I have just moved from India to Egypt. I always dreamed with seeing Egypt and visiting it, and I tried to do it many years before when I was younger, but I never had the chance, and I could never do it. So when I finished in India, I was really ready and moved all the way to Egypt. It was funny, I didn't know where I was going to stay or where I was going to study. I was not even sure where to stay in terms of should I live in El Cairo or just go to Alexandria. And I got a flight ticket to Cairo, but I booked 2 hotels, one in Cairo and another in Alexandria, because to that degree I was not sure. So when I was arriving to Egypt, I saw Cairo and it was like huge and big, and skies were like really great. And I remember all the photographs from Alexandria, which is by the sea and it's always blue. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna grab something and go straight to Alexandria and just find a place there and try to do it there. So that's why I studied in Alexandria, no other reason. I didn't have any plan. Like I said, I didn't know anybody. I just landed in Alexandria and went to the music conservatory there and asked for about Arabic music lessons. So I started learning with this teacher who was an oud player. I thought, hey, oud is like the mother of guitar, so I want to learn Arabic music with the oud. I was very ignorant and naive, about many different things. And one of them was about Arabic. My Arabic was not really happening yet. And my teacher, I remember on the first lesson, he was trying to explain me that the oud has these microtone notes that are not available on a normal guitar, and you won't be able to play Arabic music with a normal guitar. That's what he was saying back then. And I couldn't understand half of it. But finally I figured it out and I thought, this might be it. So that was my first lesson on my 3rd or 4th day in Egypt. So frustrating. I got home that night and I was like, what the heck am I gonna do? So I started thinking, okay, the oud is what I'm gonna learn from, and that's the mother of guitar, and what is on the oud that is not on the guitar? And I'm like, well, it kind of is like the other way around. What is not in the oud that it is on the guitar, and it's the frets. So I just went and got some pliers and started just ripping off my frets on my guitar, And then I went next day to my class and I started playing with a fretless guitar for the oud teacher. And look, I don't know how good can you get from one day to another with speaking Arabic, but I swear to you, next day I could understand really clearly when the teacher said, yes, now we can do it, So that's how I originally started learning Maqam, on a fretless instrument, It will take me many years later to first learn the music and know what is there and how it works in order to figure out how to do it best on the guitar, with added frets or fretlets, with a fretless guitar, or with alternative tunings and things like that, So I tried all different ones and I even use all of them depending on the situation. My favorite is just the added frets, that is very easy. Or the alternative tunings, because in that way, if you take any guitar, you can just right away play that music and keep it authentic and use all these microtones. So that's basically how I started learning Arabic music on this music conservatory. I remember it was Fuad Street, I think it was called. It was very funny because right in front of the conservatory was like the Spanish embassy, a place where I will hang a lot those days. Really nice people. And there in Egypt, I started meeting a lot of great musicians who originally I wanted to meet in order to learn from them, like Mohammed Antar, Fathi Salama, Nasir Shamma, many other guys. But funnily enough, they were more interested in just playing together and doing something artistic together than just doing lessons, yeah. But still, it was great because I got to play with them, and at the same time, by doing so, I learned a lot about the music, because when we worked together, they explained me many things, and I got to ask all the questions, yeah. And so those were my beginnings on Maqam music. In this case, was Arabic Maqam. And in another chapter, I will tell you a little bit about how were my beginnings on Turkish Maqam, which is similar but different. All right, bye now.